Seniors, never eat these 3 vegetables and add these 3 for better joints and energy. Have you ever wondered why your joints feel stiff, your balance a little off, or your energy seems to fade even though you're eating your vegetables and trying to stay healthy? Could something as simple as the veggies on your plate be quietly working against your body after 60? Here's the surprising truth. It's not always what you're missing, it's often what you're already eating. Some vegetables, while considered healthy for the general population, may actually worsen inflammation, raise blood sugar, or damage circulation in seniors, especially in your legs and brain, making walking harder, draining your energy, and affecting your memory. Most seniors make this mistake without realizing it. We've been taught our whole lives that more veggies equals better health. And while that's generally true, after age 60 your body changes, circulation slows, nutrient absorption weakens, and inflammation becomes a bigger threat. That means certain vegetables you once thrived on may now be quietly making you feel worse. You might notice it in small ways at first. Your knees feel tight after walking, your legs get sore faster, or your mind feels foggy even after a good night's sleep. Over time, these symptoms stack up and they could be traced right back to your daily food choices. In today's video, we're uncovering 3 vegetables you should avoid if you care about joint health, brain clarity, and daily energy, and 3 powerful vegetables you should eat instead to support circulation, reduce inflammation, and keep your legs and brain strong and steady. These aren't exotic or hard to find. They're in your kitchen right now, but how you choose them makes all the difference. So if you want to stay mobile, clear-headed, and independent for years to come, stick with Metas might just change the way you look at healthy eating forever. Before we dive in, let me know where you're tuning in from. I read every comment and love hearing from our community. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a health-saving tip from Forever Health 247. And if this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Either way, I'm truly glad you're here. Now let's take a look at the 3 vegetables secretly making seniors feel worse and the 3 you need to start eating instead. Let's begin with one of the most common and surprisingly misleading vegetables found on the plates of many seniors: the white potato. Whether mashed, baked, or fried, white potatoes are deeply comforting. They're a classic at family dinners, potlucks, and holiday gatherings, warm, familiar, and loaded with nostalgia. But if you're over 60, this starchy staple might be quietly working against your health in ways you've never noticed. You see, white potatoes are very high on the glycemic index, meaning they break down rapidly into sugar once digested. This quick conversion leads to sharp blood sugar spikes followed by crashes, putting unnecessary stress on your blood vessels and triggering chronic inflammation. And for seniors, this kind of inflammation doesn't just make you tired, it can directly damage the tiny capillaries in your legs, feet, and even your brain. The result? Poor circulation, slower nerve signals, and an increased risk of numbness, cramps, cold feet, and balance issues that many mistakenly chalk up to just getting older. Take Marianne, a 70-year-old retired schoolteacher who loved her baked potato with butter every night. She never imagined that this simple comfort food could be behind her constant leg cramps and the strange tingling in her toes. "I thought it was just bad circulation or age catching up with me," she said. But during a routine nutrition review, we spotted the pattern. Night after night, her body was being flooded with starch, sugar, and saturated fats, especially when the potatoes were paired with toppings like butter, cheese, or sour cream. These additions raised her blood pressure, worsened inflammation, and made her already slowing circulation even more sluggish. And here's something most people overlook. The pale color of white potatoes is a sign they're lacking antioxidants, compounds that protect your cells from damage and stress. Unlike colorful vegetables like carrots or spinach, white potatoes offer little in the way of cellular defense. The good news? Marion didn't have to give up her evening routine entirely. She simply swapped her baked potato for steamed carrots tossed with a little olive oil and herbs. Within 2 weeks, her leg cramps subsided, the tingling reduced, and she felt noticeably more stable walking across her living room. That's the power of making one smart comfort choice. You don't have to abandon the feeling of a warm, soothing meal. You just have to choose foods that comfort your body and your health at the same time. So the next time you reach for mashed potatoes, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this food helping me feel strong on my feet or slowly weakening my legs from the inside out? And stay with me, because up next, we're diving into another vegetable that's earned a reputation for being healthy, but may actually be quietly irritating your joints and nerves, especially if you're over 60. Let's talk about a vegetable that seems harmless, even elegant on your plate, but may be quietly inflaming your joints and making movement more difficult. We're talking about eggplant. While its deep purple skin and soft texture can make it feel like a gourmet treat, eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, which also includes tomatoes, bell peppers, and white potatoes. Now, some people digest nightshades without issue, but many seniors over 60, especially those dealing with arthritis, joint stiffness, or nerve pain, may become more sensitive to these vegetables with age. The culprit? A natural compound called solanine. Plants produce solanine to defend themselves from pests, but inside the human body, it can act as an irritant, particularly in joints that are already inflamed or weakened. For older adults, the effects don't usually show up as a dramatic flare-up. It's subtle. Your knees feel a little more swollen in the morning. Your hips ache after walking. Stairs become more challenging, not because your muscles are weak, but because your body feels tight and uncooperative. That's low-grade inflammation at work. And it doesn't just stay in the joint. Solanine can irritate your muscles, nerves, and blood vessels, leading to a feeling of tension that builds over time. Worse yet, eggplant sneaks into meals, easily roasted, grilled, layered in casseroles, stews, or pastas. It's easy to overlook. But here's the risk. Solanine may slow down communication between your brain and your legs, leading to slower reflexes, weaker balance, and an increased risk of falls. And this goes beyond the physical. When your body doesn't cooperate, it affects your confidence. You might start avoiding stairs or skipping social outings, not because you don't want to go, but because you worry your legs won't keep up. I once worked with Linda, a 68-year-old former ballet teacher who still loved to move. But over time, she noticed she was stumbling more often during her morning walks and feeling unusually stiff after sitting. When we reviewed her diet, we realized she'd been adding grilled eggplant to her lunches every day, thinking it was a light, healthy choice. We decided to eliminate it for 2 weeks. The result? Less stiffness, better balance, and a noticeable increase in her confidence. I didn't realize one food could hold me back so much, she told me. The good news is, you don't need to cut out all nightshades entirely. But if you're struggling with joint pain, nerve sensitivity, or unexplained heaviness in your legs, try removing eggplant for a few weeks. Watch what happens. If you notice less stiffness, clearer movement, and more energy, you may have just identified a personal trigger and removed it. And you've got delicious, safer alternatives. Think zucchini, carrots, bok choy, cauliflower, spinach, and kale, vegetables that not only support joint health, but also boost circulation, muscle repair, and nerve function. This isn't about restriction, it's about precision. Choosing foods that help you move better, think sharper, and live life on your terms. So before you toss another slice of eggplant onto the grill, ask yourself, is this helping me walk stronger or quietly slowing me down? Stay with me, because next, We'll look at another nightshade vegetable that wears a healthy disguise but could be slowly draining your energy and strength from the inside out. Now let's turn our attention to another vegetable that often looks healthy but may not be as gentle on aging bodies as it seems: the green bell pepper. It's crisp, colorful, and found in everything from salads to stir-fries to wraps. But for many seniors, especially those dealing with joint pain, digestive issues, or nerve discomfort, green bell peppers can cause quiet but persistent trouble. Why? It comes down to lectins, which are natural plant proteins designed to protect plants from insects and animals. In the aging human body, though, lectins can become problematic. They tend to bind to the lining of the gut, disrupting digestion by blocking nutrient absorption, irritating the intestinal wall, and even creating tiny gaps that let unwanted particles pass into the bloodstream. This condition, known as leaky gut, triggers a low-grade immune response, often showing up as inflammation in the joints and nerves. What makes it tricky is how slowly and silently this inflammation builds. Maybe your ankles feel stiffer in the morning. Maybe your balance seems just a bit off. It's easy to write it off as aging, but sometimes the cause is hidden in the foods we eat daily. The surprising part? Green bell peppers are simply the unripe versions of red, yellow, and orange ones. They're cheaper, more common, but also higher in lectins and lower in antioxidants. That means while they may look fresh and healthy, they offer less protection and more risk, especially for people with sensitive joints or digestive systems. You might wonder if cooking can help. Slightly, but not enough to fully neutralize the lectins. And since bell peppers are often eaten raw or only lightly cooked, the potential harm remains. So, should you avoid green peppers altogether? Not necessarily. But if you're dealing with unexplained joint discomfort, bloating, or even brain fog, try eliminating green peppers for 2 to 3 weeks and see what changes. Many people report less inflammation, clearer thinking, and steadier balance. And the good news is, you've got better options. Red, yellow, and orange bell peppers contain far fewer lectins and are packed with antioxidants like beta-carotene and vitamin C. They're sweeter, more nutrient-dense, and much easier on your gut and joints. The lesson here isn't to fear food, it's to understand how certain foods interact with your body and make smarter choices as you age. Let's shift now to a vegetable that truly earns its place on your plate, not only because it's colorful and convenient, but because it's surprisingly powerful for your health: carrots. Whether raw, steamed, or roasted, carrots aren't just a crunchy snack, they're a nutritional powerhouse for seniors looking to protect their vision, support their legs, and keep their minds sharp. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a potent antioxidant your body converts into vitamin A. And vitamin A is essential for maintaining healthy vision, especially in low-light settings. As we age, the risk of macular degeneration, a condition that damages the retina, increases. This can make it difficult to read, recognize faces, or drive at night. The good news is that diets rich in beta-carotene can slow that decline, helping you stay independent and visually alert well into your later years. But carrots go far beyond just eye health. Their antioxidants also protect your nerves and blood vessels, especially those in your legs and feet. That means stronger nerve signals, better coordination, and a reduced risk of stumbling or losing your balance. When your nerves are firing properly, your body responds more quickly, and you feel more stable and confident whether you're walking downstairs, stepping off a curb, or simply getting out of bed. I remember one viewer, Alice, who emailed me after adding carrots to her lunch every day for 3 weeks. She said, "I thought they were just good for my eyes, but now I feel more steady on my feet and I'm not afraid to take the dog for a walk anymore." And don't forget, vitamin A also strengthens your immune system, which becomes even more important after age 60, when your body's natural defenses begin to slow. So yes, that small bowl of steamed carrots or that handful of baby carrots with lunch is more than a healthy snack. It's a daily investment in your freedom and independence. As for preparation, steaming helps preserve nutrients better than boiling. Roasting with olive oil actually boosts vitamin absorption. Just avoid overcooking or deep frying, which can break down antioxidants. Best of all, carrots are affordable, easy to store, and available all year round. You don't need fancy superfoods to support your health, you just need smart staples. And carrots are among the best. So next time you're building your plate, remember, this humble orange vegetable can help protect your eyes, legs, immune system, and most importantly, your freedom to live life on your terms. Coming up next, we'll check in with Harold and show you the one veggie swap that transformed his knees, improved his balance, and brought back his energy. You won't want to miss it. Now let's take a moment to talk about one of the most underrated vegetables when it comes to aging well: broccoli. It's not glamorous, and it doesn't make headlines like kale or avocados, but for seniors, broccoli is a quiet powerhouse. This humble green veggie plays a key role in supporting your legs, joints, brain, and circulation. The secret? A compound called sulforaphane. Found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, sulforaphane activates your body's natural detox enzymes, fights inflammation at a cellular level, and supports both brain and heart health. That's especially important as we get older, because chronic inflammation becomes one of the biggest silent threats. It affects blood pressure, memory, joint stiffness, even muscle fatigue. But sulforaphane helps shut it down before it causes real damage. Broccoli is also loaded with vitamin K, calcium, and fiber nutrients that strengthen your bones, keep arteries flexible, and promote smooth digestion. It stands in stark contrast to foods like white potatoes, which can spike blood sugar and worsen circulation. Broccoli does the opposite. It stabilizes both blood sugar and blood flow. But the benefits of broccoli don't stop at the joints. Thanks to its antioxidants and folate, broccoli also supports brain clarity. It reduces oxidative stress, which is the kind of cellular damage that slows down nerve signals. That means better reflexes, sharper coordination, and less brain fog. It's not just about what broccoli adds, it's also about what it helps you avoid. By stabilizing your blood sugar, you avoid energy crashes. By reducing inflammation, you protect your heart and joints. And by supporting digestion, you absorb more nutrients from every meal. How you prepare it matters too. Boiling broccoli too long destroys sulforaphane, so stick to light steaming or a quick sauté with a touch of olive oil that preserves both the flavor and the benefits. For Richard, that simple swap, just one forkful of broccoli a day, brought noticeable improvements. He didn't take new supplements or start an expensive program. He just made one smarter choice at dinner. So, if you're looking to boost strength, improve clarity, and support circulation, start with broccoli. It may not be flashy, but it gets the job done quietly, powerfully, and consistently. Up next, we'll explore a leafy green that sharpens your vision, powers your brain, and keeps your legs light and responsive. You guessed it, spinach. And there's more to it than you think. Let's move on to one of the most impactful leafy greens you can add to your plate: spinach. Most people know it's healthy, but if you're over 60, spinach isn't just a health food, it's a strategic tool. Why? Because it helps address three of the most common issues seniors face: sluggish circulation, declining cognitive sharpness, and weaker muscle response. The key lies in its high content of natural nitrates, plant compounds that help relax and widen blood vessels, improving blood flow, especially to the legs and brain. Better circulation means more oxygen delivery, which fuels stronger muscles, quicker reflexes, and sharper focus. And that matters because for many older adults, falls aren't caused by weakness, but by slow communication between the brain and muscles. When the signal delays, even slightly, something as small as a misstep on a curb can turn into a dangerous fall. Spinach helps reconnect those signals, keeping movement smoother, safer, and more stable. But spinach's benefits don't stop there. It's also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that protect the maculated central part of your retina responsible for clear, detailed vision. Age-related macular degeneration is one of the most common causes of vision loss in seniors. When you can't see clearly, you lose confidence. Walking becomes cautious, driving becomes nerve-wracking, and even reading a menu or recognizing a familiar face can feel frustrating. Spinach supports visual clarity, helping you stay active, independent, and socially engaged. On top of that, it provides folate, magnesium, and vitamin nutrients that support nerve health, emotional balance, and bone strength. So yes, spinach doesn't just help you move better, it helps you feel better too. Now let's talk preparation. Overcooking spinach, especially boiling, can destroy many of its nutrients, particularly the delicate antioxidants. Instead, lightly sautéing it in olive oil or blending it into a smoothie raw will help preserve its full benefits and improve nutrient absorption. And here's some encouragement. You don't need a giant bowl, just one small handful a day can make a noticeable difference in your brain, circulation, and coordination. Now let's bring everything together. Over the last few minutes, we've explored vegetables that may already be part of your daily meals, some that quietly wear down your mobility, memory, and energy, and others that quietly protect and restore them. It might seem like a small thing, but these everyday food choices truly shape how you move, think, and live. If you're over 60, there are certain vegetables worth limiting. White potatoes, while familiar and comforting, spike blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and slow circulation, especially in the legs, where many older adults already struggle. Eggplants contain a compound called solanine, which may aggravate joints and disrupt muscle coordination. Green bell peppers, though colorful and crunchy, are high in lectins that can interfere with digestion and cause chronic low-grade inflammation, often without you even realizing it. On the other hand, some vegetables can be your strongest allies. Carrots support eye health, nerve signaling, and mental clarity, essential for staying sharp and independent. Broccoli is a true anti-inflammatory powerhouse. It helps stabilize blood sugar, strengthens bones, and supports immune health. And spinach? It's not just another leafy green. It improves circulation, sharpens reflexes, and protects your eyesight thanks to its high content of nitrates and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. All of these benefits add up over time. One vegetable choice on its own might seem too minor to matter, but taken together, they form the foundation of how well your body moves and functions. And if you're sitting there thinking, it's too late for me, I want to share a personal story. My Aunt Mary Ann, who just turned 76, had spent years depending on microwave meals and white bread. Her knees constantly ached, she felt unsteady on her feet, and she was hesitant to even walk out to her mailbox. It wasn't until her daughter convinced her to make a few simple changes, nothing drastic, that things began to shift. She replaced her nightly mashed potatoes with roasted carrots, added broccoli to her stir-fry, and started making spinach omelets in the morning. Within weeks, she was walking in her garden again. Within 2 months, she rejoined her church walking group. Now, she's full of energy and proudly reminds the rest of us to eat our greens. The point is, your body is always listening. You don't need fancy supplements, celebrity diets, or complicated plans. What you need is clarity, consistency, and the belief that your body hasn't given up on you. Because every single meal is a vote for strength, mental clarity, and independence, or a vote for fatigue, inflammation, and decline. And the best part? You get to cast that vote again at your next meal. So ask yourself, Which vegetable surprised you today? Was it one you've been eating for years, or one you've been avoiding without realizing its true value? Let me know in the comments. I read them personally, and I love hearing your stories. If this video helped you, give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss another tip on aging strong, thinking clearly, and living with confidence. And remember this, you're not stuck. Your body responds to the messages you send it every day. With every smart bite, you're telling it something powerful. I'm still here. I still care. And I still want to live well. So go ahead and make one small change today. Keep some pre-steamed broccoli, shredded carrots, and baby spinach in your fridge. Toss them in a little olive oil and lemon, and keep them ready for easy meals. That one habit could quietly change your health and your confidence for the better. I sincerely wish you who have supported this video to always be healthy. Just 1 or 2 sentences in this video help your life. I feel satisfied. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and see you in the next videos.